you're marketing yourself wrong. Or maybe not you specifically, but like a lot of people are. And I'm just making this video because I see a lot of portfolios that just do a lot of things that I don't really agree with and I think are really just negatively impacting your image as a developer. And yeah, just want to make this video to talk about that a little bit. Um, so I was going to start this off by finding a portfolio that does things that I disagree with, but I realized I was a little mean, so I just changed my portfolio a little bit to show these things. So yeah, number one, buzzwords. Don't use them. All right. Don't try to pad your portfolio with different, these thesaurus words, like crafting robust and scalable solutions. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, what does that even mean? You're passionate about, making things that can scale well? Cool. I mean, like, I'm passionate about making things that don't scale well. You know what I mean? There's no real point in putting these kind of buzzword, crafting robust, versatile skills. It really just it shows that you have a huge ego and that your self-perception is either too high or you're trying too hard to get hired. And that's not what your portfolio is for. I'm under the firm belief that your portfolio is a work of art and something to artistically express yourself. Um, and I don't see the point of putting all of this jargon just to make you look dumber. Honestly, I think this shows that you just don't really know what you're doing. But anyway, number two, listing technologies that you know. And I know this is a little bit, there's nothing like inherently wrong with doing this, but I see a lot of people in like most portfolios that I see listing like, I know this language, this language, this language, this language, and this web framework and this web framework and this web framework. And the reality is like, it's so much better to show off the things that you know with your projects than listing them in your about me because like, guess what? Now I know Rust. You know what I mean? You can just lie. And like hiring managers know that. Hiring managers know that people love to pad their resume and their portfolio with things that they like used once or like, you know, I can print hello world in Rust, but I'd never be able to make something ginormous in Rust because I don't know that language. And if I had a project that showed that I knew how to use Rust, that's a little different. I feel like that's a lot different. Um, so yeah, I mean, don't be listing your technologies like this. It's just kind of a waste. And it's just again, it's you hiring managers don't want to know what you know. They want to know what you can do. And there's some crossover with that, but in reality, I think it's so much better to show that you can do something and show the results rather than just talking and saying that you can do those things. Uh, so yeah, now that we went over this kind of bad example of what you shouldn't do, I want to go over some good examples because I feel like it doesn't hurt. I love looking at portfolios to get inspiration. Number one, this portfolio, there's no buzzwords, there's no jargon. It's just a cool website. I love this stylistic, this terminal themed kind of, but they do it in a creative way where it's not a copy and paste terminal website. We've all seen one of those. Um, yeah, big shout out to this guy. Super cool portfolio. I love it. Um, Number two is this website. This website, honestly, one of the best portfolios I've ever seen. Like, there's so much to see, and it really encapsulates this idea of your portfolio being a reflection of you in an artistic manner. And like, this guy still has all of the things that you'd want a hiring manager to see without having all the buzzwords and the advertisement of yourself, but through like cool means. Like, look at this site. This is super cool. There's so many Easter eggs and little artistic novelties in here. Like, look at this. I don't even think I've gotten through all of the cool Easter eggs that this site has to offer. Definitely go visit this site. Just look around. It's super cool. Um, like really, there's so much to say about the site. Big props to this guy. I think that's about it. I think I got all my ideas out there. I will say no shame to anyone that's done these things or has these things in their portfolios. I've seen there are a lot of good portfolios that have all the things that I've said are bad. Right? This is not like a huge rule. It's just there are patterns that I've seen that are kind of I would see them as undesirable as a hiring manager. Although I will say just a college freshman, not a hiring manager. We did have a hiring manager in the comments of the last video, so if you're watching this, I'll pin your comment. Anybody who has any experience in the field would love to hear from you. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. Pretty sure I'm supposed to end my videos with like engagement farming, so 99